Hi everyone, the Lone Wolf here. Welcome back to some EVE Online, and in today's video I am showing off my new blueprint copy transport ship. It's a tip that I got on the video about blueprint copies from one of the viewers. He said get a Leopard because it takes like more than 10 minutes to get to Jita in an interceptor which has a warp speed of 8 AU, but this baby, the Leopard shuttle, which cost me around 90 million, has 20 AU warp speed. So to show it off, we're quickly going to do 18 jumps to Jita from here. As you can see here, I have another run of blueprint copies ready, including a Raitaru, which has gone down in price substantially, but it's looking pretty good. And of course, this is an incredible tip. I think it cuts my travel time by half, or in half, just from getting this shuttle. So that's awesome. It's gonna save me a lot of time and increase my efficiency when it comes to the blueprint copy business. So off we go. Here goes the warp speed at 20 AU a second. With implants you could do even better, I think. So it's pretty awesome. That was an incredible tip, and it's definitely really good for moving blueprint copies. Now, to be honest, I wouldn't recommend trying to move anything else with this. I was thinking maybe faction loot from the exploration, but with only 10 cubic meters, you know, you're maybe gonna get 1 or 2 pieces of faction in there, and it is of course paper thin. Most people always want to know about fit, so here is the fit for the Leopard. Obviously it has no slots, so there is nothing to fit right there. It has only 780 HP. It'll basically die to anything, which means that you also don't want to use this to be transporting Plex or anything like that of real value. The value in this ship is just how fast it is and how fast it'll get you from point A to point B, which is absolutely perfect for the blueprint copy business, which requires regular trips to and from your research station, to the trade hubs or the place where you want to unload your blueprint copies. So there we go. The awesome speed is great. Thank you very much for the tip. Can't really remember your name, but it's a great tip. It's definitely going to increase my efficiency for the blueprint copy business by quite a lot, because after all, time is ISK, and this saves quite a lot of it. So let's just do a couple more jumps, get in Jita. I'll show you guys the selling process here as well, just in case you're curious, or you've been curious since watching my my blueprint copy video. One thing to note, I'm pretty lazy when it comes to all of this stuff. So I'm lazy in my PI and I'm lazy in the blueprint copy business, which means that here for all of these different copies, for instance, I'm not going to check all of them to see exactly what's the best possible price that I can get for every single one of them. I just tend to dump all of these for 4 to 5 million ISK, and most of them tend to sell. How many do I have? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19. Let's take a quick look at my contract situation. I can only make 11 contracts, so they're definitely selling a little bit more slowly since my last run, which means that I'll probably be dumping one of each of these for 4 million to see what the market is doing at the moment. You know, it's a bit lazy, but it definitely saves in time as well. And this is how I tend to try to get a feel of the market. When I start to notice that, well, I can't put up that many blueprint copies or that many contracts anymore on this run, I know I should maybe look into lowering my prices a little bit. But if they're all selling right away, then I know that I should increase my prices a little bit. You could get more out of it by spending more time in browsing through all of the different contracts that are available, but that tends to be quite a lot of work, and to be honest, I'd rather go fast, sell in bulk, even if it's not for the very best price, but get a good turnover and react depending on what's happening with my specific contracts. So we're already in Amar, where we cross a couple guys, and if I'm not mistaken, next to Amar, or is it in the next system? Yeah, no, not a shop. I saw another player-owned citadel that was under attack just yesterday. So even here in the Amar region, it looks like citadels and player-owned markets are starting to create some content, create war decks, create conflict, which is of course awesome for the economy. Ooh, Catalyst, you know, that guy could blap me. I don't think that anyone is really going to bother doing that when it comes to just some blueprint copies, but as I've said, don't start moving Plex or anything like that. In this Leopard, that's a really bad idea, to be honest. Just one misclick from you, a bit of hesitation, you not paying attention for just 10 seconds, and this guy is gone because it just has no HP. So it's all about staying in motion as quickly as possible. That's what it's great for. There we go, only 7 more jumps. Well, we're at 6 minutes. I must be clicking decently slowly today. Off we go. Nyarja, probably the most dangerous system on the route to Cheetah here. We do have quite a few people on the gate. Let's see what awaits us here. It's a 0.5, so they have a lot of time to do their ganks. Epidol, Griffin. Well, one bumping Megatron potentially, but that's about it. So that's nice. And again here, 20 AU. It's so fast that it needs to decelerate very quickly. There we go. Yeah, a Trasher, one of those typical guys with some bad rep there. But yeah, for now they seem to be leaving us alone. 16:30 Eve time, it's probably a little bit before prime time, and so most of the gankers aren't on just yet. So let's move on to the next one. Man, it's really getting populated everywhere. Now here again, Kaputenen, 2 of these citadels visible on the warp to the next gate. Sirpala, anything to spot here? No, not really. Okay. And that'll leave 3 more jumps. Well, we're at 8 minutes, so it's not cut in half, but there's definitely... well, it almost should actually, because if I'm not mistaken, an interceptor is going to be... Oh, let's quickly go for the market. I have an easier time finding them there. Ships, frigates, interceptor. So I usually fly in an Ares, which has attributes, warp speed. Where do I see that? Here we go. 8 AU a second. This one is 20 AU a second, so more than twice as fast. Of course, you also waste a lot of time on the Stargate jumps and the clicking, but yeah, you should basically cut your travel time in half. Doesn't do so exactly on this route, but it's definitely a nice addition. Here we go. Perimeter, it's getting a bit more busy. We have yet another Trasher with security status below 0. That's keeping an eye on everything. This guy could, you know, destroy me in one volley if I were not to pay attention. So again, this Leopard, I would say it's really great. The tip was incredible to say that this is what you want for the moving of blueprint copies, just because you're gonna do this so often that the time you save with it in total is monumental. And that's actually a tornado that's ready. But yeah, the time you're gonna save because of the regular trips is gonna be really great. But you don't want to haul stuff that has actually a lot of value, because then you are going to end up attracting the wrong kind of attention. And of course, you know, as I've said, it takes absolutely nothing to destroy a Leopard, and all you basically have to do is not pay attention for 10 seconds and your ship will be gone. So we're landing, well, almost 10 minutes. It's quite a decently long trip. I should review at what point that I actually left, but let's move everything over here. And what do I check? I check the Raitaru situation. So we'll just press find in contracts. I'm going for within this station, do a quick search, and you can see that they start at 9.8 million. For this one, I match the lowest price. So I just create a contract. Next, 9.8. I think that's the best way to go, because I can only move one every 2.5 days, and really undercutting this business is just not going to be helpful. These tend to be picked up decently quickly anyways. Next up, we've got some stand-up manufacturing, which I don't really know what the contracts have been doing. My brother made these copies, so let's take a look at that. Still going for 7 million, that's not bad. There's also not that many contracts available here. So let's also do a quick show info. It's for 5 runs, which is, let's take a look at this one. Original, I don't think that that's right. Also only for 1 run, that's okay. What is this? 17.5 million, also only for 1 run. So I should maybe try to ask a bit more for this. This is a 5-run copy for 44. So maybe we should try like 39 million or something like that for this one. Let's give it a go. It would be really awesome to find out that that this is an untapped well for me. Next finish, because I mean it costs like a few 100,000 ISK to create this. So let's try 39.5 million, undercutting these guys a little bit, but it's only 2 contracts, and well, definitely considering the number of runs, it's a lot better than these contracts here. So let's see if it works out or not. That would be an easy 70 million, almost 80. Let's see, 39.5, next finish. Yes, so that's a great surprise here. And now for these guys, I could go and check all of them, but I know that I've set them up for 4.5 million and 5 million last week. So I think if I go back to 4 million, I'll get rid of these pretty quickly. So I just go for next, 4 million. Since I'm gonna do all of them at the same price for 5 runs, 4 million, I can just copy paste this to try and get this done a bit more quickly. Create contract, 4 million, finish, close, create contract, 4 million, yep, next, finish, your next. And of course the variations between blueprint copies within the market means that some of them get sold a bit more quickly than others, but I am looking for a general price that seems to be accepted by the market in general, so that I sell at least most of them by the time that 4 days pass and I get my next set. So 4 million again. Always be careful as well when you're doing stuff like this with the copy pasting. This is how you make mistakes, like for instance copy pasting in I will pay instead of I will receive. I mean, luckily it's only blueprint copies, but you don't want to make too crazy of mistakes in this start page. I can create 0 more contracts, so that works out quite okay. And there we go, blueprints are now for sale. We'll see how it works out. I'm definitely curious to see about the blueprint copy for the manufacturing service module, because that would be really awesome if that would sell for the price that I just asked for. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. I have a trip back to make. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all next time.